everybody. Very happy to be in my new and still developing, be kind, studio background, but so many things that people have sent me, and I'm really excited about that. And if you look at get out of the way, the rugby balls as well. This one, Brent, I promised you, so yeah, there you go. Quickly today, talking about the Major League Rugby draft. We'll be having a look at the players this coming week. But a couple of things I've said before, but I just sort of want to condense all of that quickly. Number one, don't have a draft party just for you. If you want to have a group party, I think that's actually a great idea. Get a bunch of other guys who who are up for the draft, come together, hang out. But if it's just for you and you don't get drafted, and there aren't that many rounds anyway, that's not going to feel good. Second up, it's actually a good thing if you're not drafted. So if you have a party and you get players together and you get your families together, let them know beforehand that actually not being drafted is a good thing. Why? Because you've gone through the draft process, and if you are a senior, you come out of college, you go through the draft process, you are now a free agent, and you are okay to sign with any team you want. That's great, because what's going to happen? Most likely, you need to get another job. You're not going to be paid enough to play full-time, and that's it. You probably need another source of income. Well, the best way to do that is to pick a place to live where you have a job that's going to be set up, or you have contacts, things like that. Maybe it's the town you live in already. Maybe it's not. But not being drafted gives you options. And those are very important, because really you should be working on your career as well as your rugby career. Because who knows when your rugby career ends. You've still got to be able to say, yes, I was doing whatever it is you do. I was doing that and also getting some income, right? I mean, you just need to do that. One of the things that Major League Rugby has been trying to do is not have players who, like a team has invested time in, to say, okay, we invested time, resources into this player, and somebody else drafted him. So they have this sort of hometown product that you can tag a player. The problem is, the players should be consulted in this too. What happens if you're a high schooler and you live in the market for a team, let's pick a team randomly. Wait, no, they don't exist anymore. They don't exist. They're moving. Okay, so DC, right? Oh, glory. You've grown up in the DC area. You're going to high school there. Maybe you even go to college. Even if you don't go to college in the area, you're coming back to the DC area. You've been playing with the DC Academy. Great program. You're happy. You're doing that, but you don't want to live in the DC area when you graduate college. What happens if you've lined up a terrific job in Chicago? Then you want to go to Chicago, and yet DC tags you as a locally produced player, and you belong to them. That's something that's got to be kind of looked at and be careful about. Players still own their own destiny in that way, and I think that's fair to recognize that. But if you're drafted first round, it's a nice nod and says, "Yeah, we think you're good," and it's a boost of the confidence. But that doesn't mean you'll necessarily be playing a lot. Some players have been playing a lot, and that's great, because some of the players are able to move their way directly. Go like college. 1 year in MLR, national team. Sam Gala did that, right? Rookie of the year. But it's not going to be that way for a lot of players. And even getting onto that training group is going to be difficult. And I would urge you not to turn your nose up at club rugby. If you are in any of these markets here, but you'll know that there's a robust, generally, men's club rugby program within the area. Go play for those teams. First of all, you've got to get film. If the team that you've signed with doesn't think you're quite ready, get some film and show them that you're doing the things that they want you to do. All right? And then the other thing is, look, in the end, rugby is even when it's professional, it's kind of an amateur sport in a lot of ways. You will get contacts. You will be part of the community, much more part of the community by getting some time with men's clubs. And you can play that in the fall. Great, fantastic stuff. And I would say, so, don't freak out if you're not drafted. In fact, welcome it because it gives you options. 2, if you're drafted or not drafted, but you're struggling to get into the lineup with your MLR team, or you see that there are 3 or 4 guys ahead of you in the depth chart, get on your local club team. Get those contacts going. Maybe you'll be able to find a job that way, but it's also about playing, getting film, making yourself more valuable to your professional team when you're signed off. And then 3, just always think about options. Don't forget the American Raptors. Don't forget the USA Hawks playing in South America. They are options for you to play professionally rather than Major League Rugby. It might be that you find more game time. Will you be paid as much? Maybe. Maybe more. Who knows? The perks are a little bit different. There's housing perks and stuff like that go on. But what I would suggest overall, if you are a player thinking about professional rugby, advocate for yourself, and advocate for yourself as a person. Somebody who needs a job, somebody who needs a career even, somebody who is working on relationships, building a family, whatever it is you're doing there, and somebody who's not just a piece of rugby playing properly to be tossed around.